Have you ever just looked at a super high-end luxury item and thought, what actually makes this thing worth the money? Well, today, we're going to break down the story behind one of the most valuable fashion pieces on the entire planet. We're talking about a handbag so exclusive its price tag is, well, you'll see. Let's dive in.
$2 million. And nope, that's not for a mansion or a supercar. That is the price for one single handbag. It's a number that's pretty hard to wrap your head around, so it brings us right to the big question.
I mean, seriously, how is that even possible? It's got to be more than just some leather and stitching, right? So in this explainer, we're going to unpack the history, the strategy, and the cultural power that inflates a simple accessory into a multi-million-dollar asset. So the answer to that $2 million question, it doesn't start on a fashion runway. It actually starts in a workshop way back in the 19th century. To really get the value today, you have to go back to where it all began. So the Hermes story kicks off in 1837, but not with handbags. They were making elite equestrian gear, like harnesses and bridles, for European nobles, the best of the best. Their first bag, which came out in 1900, was literally made to carry a saddle. But the real game changer was a model called the sac à dépêche. In the 50s, the actress and Princess Grace Kelly famously used one to hide her pregnancy from the paparazzi. That one moment made the bag a global sensation. And by the 70s, they made it official. They renamed it the Kelly bag. And just like that, a legend was born.
Okay, so the history gives it a ton of prestige, right? But that alone doesn't get you to $2 million. The value today comes from a very carefully crafted recipe. You could call it a secret sauce that's built on 3 key pillars. Pillar number 1 is craftsmanship. And this isn't just, a brand name slapped on a product. This is an obsessive, almost fanatical dedication to quality. I mean, the level of detail here is just incredible. Every single bag is handmade from start to finish by one artisan. They use only the most incredible materials, like super rare Niloticus crocodile skin, which they polish with a special stone to get this signature lisse finish. So at the end of the day, you're not just buying a bag, you're buying a piece of handmade art that's literally built to last a lifetime.
The second pillar is just as important: exclusivity. Hermes has absolutely mastered the art of making people want what they can't have. This isn't just a product, it's a prize to be won.
And it really all comes down to the economics of desire. Hermes intentionally makes fewer bags than people want. This creates these insane years-long waiting lists and a crazy competitive resale market. And the rarest of the rare, those are only offered to top-tier VIP customers. It's this engineered scarcity that turns a luxury good into a collectible trophy.
And that brings us to the final piece of the puzzle: its status as a legit cultural icon. This bag has gone way beyond fashion. It's become a part of our shared cultural language.
At this point, it is so much more than an accessory. The designs are classic, so they never feel dated. Owning one is a huge symbol of status and taste, and you see them on everyone from actual royalty to modern-day celebrities. Plus, it's shown up in so many movies and TV shows that it's become a legend in its own right.
All right, so now we get the formula, right? Craftsmanship, exclusivity, and icon status. So now, let's look at the apex predators of the handbag world, the pieces where these 3 principles are pushed to the absolute extreme.
First up, the rose gold Kelly. And let's be clear, this isn't just a bag with a few gold bits on it. This thing was designed with the famous jeweler Pierre Hardy. It's part of the Hermes Haute Bijouterie collection. That's their super high-end, one-of-a-kind jewelry line.
And yep, here we are again, back at that jaw-dropping price tag, $2 million. So you have to ask, what on earth could possibly justify that number?
Well, it's basically a wearable sculpture. The whole bag is solid rose gold, but it's crafted to look just like crocodile skin. It's covered in over 1,000 diamonds, and it took 2 full years to create. But here's the kicker: only 12 were ever made, for the entire world. That's the ultimate example of rarity.
Next up is another masterpiece from that same high jewelry collection, the Sac Bijou Birkin. And this one takes the whole idea of a handbag and basically turns it into pure treasure.
And believe it or not, we land at the exact same price, another $2 million. This piece is what happens when you just forget about practicality and focus only on pure, mind-blowing artistry.
With this one, the line between jewelry and a handbag just completely vanishes.
It's a miniature, fully working Birkin, but it's made of rose gold and has over 2,700 diamonds set into it. It's so tiny, it's actually designed to be worn on your wrist, like a bracelet. And get this, it's believed that only 3 of these exist in the entire world. It's one of the rarest luxury items ever made.
Okay, now here's where the story takes a really fascinating turn. This isn't just about spending a ton of money. For a lot of people, it's about making money. This quote from an industry expert, it points to a surprising reality. These bags are actually serious investments.
It sounds kind of crazy, but the numbers actually back it up. Over the last 35 years, studies have shown that a Birkin bag has often been a better investment than gold or even the stock market. It's because that extreme scarcity and the non-stop demand mean its value doesn't just hold, it can actually go up a lot the second you buy it.
So, that $2 million handbag, it's a product of history, incredible artistry, and just masterful marketing. But it leaves us with one final, pretty wild question to think about. What does it really mean for our culture when a fashion item becomes a financial asset? An asset that might be even more stable than the stock market itself?